Okay, so picture this. I was buzzing with excitement about launching my very own digital product store inside of Etsy, and I'm selling digital coloring books using midjourney. So I took the plunge, started working on creating my designs, picking the best niches that I can find in Etsy using product research software. And I was so excited because I was gonna make $1,000 my first week. So grab a cozy spot because I'm about to spill everything that's happened to me in the past 3 months as a complete beginner selling AI generated digital coloring books inside of Etsy. When I say there's been bumps on the road, that is an understatement. It is safe to say that things didn't go as planned. It was roadblock after roadblock, misstep after misstep. Not everything went smoothly, and that is when reality set in, and I said to myself, wow, this stuff is actually very hard. In this video, I'm gonna show you everything that went wrong over the last month with my Etsy shop, and also give you some valuable lessons of things that I've learned as a first-time seller selling digital products. And if you're just starting an Etsy shop, I think it's going to be extremely helpful. And you don't really know how difficult projects like this are going to become unless you actually get into it yourself, because you can watch dozens of other people tell you how easy it is for them on YouTube creating digital products and selling them on Etsy. But it's a whole different story when you start doing it yourself and you go through the entire experience step by step, and you start to see that everything people say is supposed to be easy, it's really not. Especially if you have no prior experience selling on the platform, you don't know what are best practices, how to properly create your listings, how to create your product images so that people come and visit your store and ultimately purchase your digital products. None of these things are easy until you go through the entire process and figuring out yourself step by step. Everyone is talking about how easy it is to create digital products using midjourney, and that really has encouraged a lot of newcomers to enter the competitive landscape of selling digital products on Etsy, myself included. So I was lost in a sea of digital coloring books, and I was wondering to myself, how are my designs going to sell with so much competition in the marketplace? Like, what am I going to do? And I really felt lost and prepared to quit because I thought this wasn't going to work at all. I really questioned myself and wonder, what am I doing wrong and what do I need to do to get this turned around, because I was getting crickets for sales. The first 2 months I did fairly well, selling about 17 digital coloring books, but I was investing a lot of money into ads, and that ultimately was eating up into my profits, which long term is not sustainable. So I had to find a better way using organic traffic and better listings to get more people to visit my shop and ultimately buy my coloring books. Like I said, I was ready to throw in the towel, but deep down I told myself that I had to find a way to get this turned around, because if someone has been able to see success replicating this same exact model, there's a piece to the equation that I must be missing, and I'm not looking deep enough to figure out what the problem is. And if you want to become an entrepreneur or sell things online, one thing that I've come to learn is that you need to be able to solve problems and overcome obstacles if you want to see success. If you quit before you even get started, then you're not going to see those gains. You're not going to see the success that you expect. So I knew I had to change something. I had to continue to research and figure this out if I wanted to be successful. So here comes the turning point in this journey of mine over the last 3 months. Let's talk about this twist of fate, this lifeline that was thrown at me that got me back on track and feeling more confident about my ability to be successful. I really began to study more my competition and see who are these other sellers who are selling the same products that I am, and looking for flaws in all of their designs, to studying their listings, their cover photos, the actual designs that they're generating inside of midjourney, and finding ways that I can improve them or make them different so that my listings stand out, and also focus on different coloring book styles. There's so many out there, and there's Japanese anime, there's kawaii, and of course Halloween is around the corner. So I started to get creative and start working on some really cool Halloween designs, because one thing that I've come to learn is that Etsy is a very seasonal platform, and a lot of these products that sell on specific times of the year tend to do very well inside of Etsy. I also decided to try Etsy ads once again. They were very successful for me when I first started, and then because I was spending so much money, I decided to cut back because it was eating up at all of my profits. However, there's an old saying that goes that in order to make money, you have to spend money. I decided to go ahead and reinvest back into my Etsy shop and started putting in $1 campaigns on some of my best performing listings that I saw got sales during month 1 and month 2, and I plan to continue to keep running these ad campaigns, and depending on how many clicks I get, and after looking at the analytics and seeing how many conversions I am actually getting back from running these Etsy ads, I think it's a well worth investment, because at the end of the day, if you price your products competitively and you leave enough margin to cover all of your expenses, which by the way, with digital products, they're very small because you are generating the item and it's all digital. There is no cost of goods sold. The only fees you have to worry about are the ones from the platform. And don't get me wrong, Etsy does have quite the number of fees. Like I said, if you price it right, you still have plenty of room to use ads to run more attention and more clicks to your listings. And I don't mind investing a little bit more in order to get those conversions and get more sales. Embrace your journey and feel free to reach out to me for help. Leave me a comment down below. Know that this is a marathon and not a sprint. You have to commit to put in the work, and all of it will pay off down the road, because everybody that came before you and is having success right now, you have to remember that they started back at 0. So don't feel defeated that you can't succeed selling digital products. Don't get in your own way. There's always going to be competition. Don't be afraid to compete within the digital AI revolution that's happening right now. It's very easy to get into, and that's what makes it so exciting for newcomers to join. But only the ones that take this seriously and take the time to figure it out are going to be the ones that succeed. Just know that in whatever path you're in, you got a friend in me. I can't wait to see how your own journey unfolds, and feel free to reach out to me and let me know how everything is going. If you want to learn how this entire journey unfolded for me selling digital coloring books inside of Etsy, then I recommend you check out the video linked over here. Good luck on your journey, and I'll see you inside.